school football's fine and all, but as some of you may know, as the Antler Sports Network gets ready for year number 2 of operation, high school basketball is where the network lives and breathes. And tonight, what better way to get things going than with some Rose City girls high school basketball. Tonight's contest and our first edition of high school basketball presented by Pelche Kia Tyler. We're in the Rose City as the Tyler High Lady Lions host the Lady Red Devils of Mount Pleasant Chapel Hill. Hello, everybody. Welcome courtside in the Lions Den in the HTO broadcast booth for this contest between the Devils and Lions. This is the Pelche Kia pregame drive. Pleasure to have you with us tonight. When we come back from our first break, we'll have a quick talk with first-year head coach of the Lady Lions, Coach Bobby Reynolds, as he prepares for tip-off. This is a Pelche Kia presentation of high school basketball on the Antler Sports Network and ASN Radio.
Drawing up the perfect insurance plan can seem like a daunting task in this financial climate. Tackle the task with Mike Munn State Farm Insurance. We have a triple threat of home, auto, and life insurance policies to fit any budget. You can even cover your furry friends with pet insurance. Call 903-561-4535 or visit MikeMunn.net to get started on a free quote. 903-561-4535 to get started on a free quote.
Hello, I'm Mike Munn with Mike Munn State Farm, where I've been your local agent since 1980.
At Tinsley Title, we're more than just a title company. We're your partners in securing your real estate dreams. Right in the heart of downtown Athens, our dedicated team guides you through every step of the title process. When you've found your dream home and you're ready to take the next step, that's where we come in. We've helped countless in Henderson County and surrounding areas, and we treat every single one of them like family. Whether you're a seasoned investor or a first-time buyer, your trust is our commitment. We're Tinsley Title, your partner every step of the way.
As we continue the Pelche Kia pregame drive, I had the pleasure of speaking with first-year head coach of the Tyler High Lady Lions, head coach Bobby Reynolds. Coach, here in tip-off, we've already seen, well, at least I've seen this Tyler High Lady Lions team play against Terrell earlier this week. What have you seen from that game, and what are you looking forward to trying to translate into tonight's contest?
We're going to clean up a lot of mistakes. Even though the score was a little lopsided, there were things that we didn't execute well on. And so those are things that I'm looking at today as far as just trying to clean those up.
Now, this week of practice, how has the team looked? Have you seen any good things, some other things that you need to work on? Or what, through the coach's eyes, have you seen from your team in practice?
Well, the last couple of days, I thought that they brought a lot of energy to practice. We're well prepared for tonight's game. It's just whether or not if we can just execute what we've been working on. We had good days of film work. They're pretty well trained on what Mount Pleasant Chapel Hill is going to do. So now it's just time to go out there and play.
Now, they're one of the top teams in 3A year after year of deep playoff runs. What have you seen on film that you are going to have to take care of in order to beat the Lady Devils tonight?
Well, we're going to have to stop their post girl, Espinosa. She's a senior. She's seasoned. She's been on varsity for a while. She does a good job inside and out. So if we can take care of her, then our probability of winning this game goes up a little bit.
Now, Coach, of course, this is the first time we've had the Lady Lions on the Antler Sports Network. This is the first time we spoke to you on the Antler Sports Network. We've had plenty of conversations outside of this setting. So kind of talk about who you are, what your coaching philosophy is, and introduce us to your team.
Well, like I said, my name is Bobby Reynolds. This is my, I believe, 11th or 12th year. I'm not even sure. Maybe my 10th. I'm not really sure. Of being a head coach. I've been coaching since 2001. I started out with boys basketball, then got into it being a head girls basketball coach at Caddo Mills Class 4A school. Had some success there. Went to Tenor Hall last year. Had some success there. Now I'm here at a great school, Tyler High, and I love it here. We try our best to make sure that we put as much pressure on the opponent up and down the court to try to force them into as many turnovers as possible. We're more of a kind of a Princeton-style offense as far as with the back cuts, dribble drive offense as well. But our main deal is our defense. We're going to run some 1-3-1. We're going to run some full court press. We're running jumping time. So, like I said, we're trying to go up tempo and just try really to cater to what our personnel gives us.
Now, Coach, we have a tradition here on the Antler Sports Network. The first time we interview coaches, I always ask them this particular question. What is your go-to pregame or postgame meal?
Whatever a parent can bring me. I'm thinking right now. I mean, I'm not picky. I just don't want it with sour cream. I hate sour cream. But anything sugar-free as far as a drink, I'm all about it. And to be honest with you, I'm really a home-cooked meal type person. So if someone brings some smothered pork chops or some meatloaf, man, I'm going to kill it during the pregame. I promise you that.
Home-cooked meal is Thanksgiving. This your time of year.
Hey, it's the time. I'm telling you right now, I love it. I love it to death.
No other way to be thankful than the win tonight. Coach, any final thoughts?
I'm just glad that the town of Tyler comes out and support these girls. We had a nice crowd for the very first home game against Terrell. By the way it's looking right now, the crowd's going to be nice again tonight. So I really appreciate what Tyler and Tyler ISD has done for me. Mr. Crawford, Coach Priest, these guys are awesome, and I want to thank them.
Thank you for your time, Coach, and most importantly, best of luck tonight.
Thank you.
Always good to speak with head coach Bobby Reynolds in his first season here. Has a pretty tough test as one of the best teams in 3A, as I spoke with Coach Reynolds in our discussion. So this is definitely going to be a great matchup. Some teams, some folks, some riders, some of the greater basketball minds in the state of Texas have this Tyler Lady Lions team as one of the best teams in all of 5A. Those same minds also consider Mount Pleasant Chapel Hill to be a top 10 team. As we know, multiple regional tournament appearances, multiple deep playoff runs. So this could be a great test for both of these ball clubs. We're going to take one last time out. When we come back, we'll have starters and get ready for tip-off. This is Peltier Kia High School Basketball on the Antler Sports Network and AntlerSN.com.
Drawing up the perfect insurance plan can seem like a daunting task in this financial climate. Tackle the task with Mike Munn State Farm Insurance. We have a triple threat of home, auto, and life insurance policies to fit any budget. You can even cover your furry friends with pet insurance. Call 903-561-4535 or visit MikeMunn.net to get started on a free quote. 903-561-4535 to get started on a free quote.
Hello, I'm Mike Munn with Mike Munn State Farm, where I've been your local agent since 1980.
At Tinsley Title, we're more than just a title company. We're your partners in securing your real estate dreams. Right in the heart of downtown Athens, our dedicated team guides you through every step of the title process. When you've found your dream home and you're ready to take the next step, that's where we come in. We've helped countless in Henderson County and surrounding areas, and we treat every single one of them like family. Whether you're a seasoned investor or a first-time buyer, your trust is our commitment. We're Tinsley Title, your partner every step of the way.
As both teams are on the court ready to go, starting lineups are being introduced. We've already had our national anthem, and now let's go ahead and get things started with the starting lineups. First, for the visiting Lady Devils of Mount Pleasant Chapel Hill. Kaylee Thompson's and at the guard spot, Ellie Wooten, the offset guard. Your forwards are Kiara Hawkins, the junior. Other forwards are Abigail Thrapp, the senior, and the other senior that Coach Bobby Reynolds talked about during the pregame, of course, the almost 6-footer, the towering senior, number 23, Mackenzie Espinosa. Starters for the 25th ranked by some polls, Tyler High Lady Lions. And Hartsville, the senior starting at guard, Amaya Clay, the sophomore also starting at guard. The final guard/forward is Khalees Buffin. Buffin is one of the players that we're going to have to watch out for as this game goes on. Final forwards rounding out the front court is Brayla Miller, another forward/guard that can definitely take over a game. We know in the Terrell game she had 10 steals. How about that? Quick shout out to Phil Hicks of the Tyler Morning Telegraph for confirming those statistics. And the final forward finishing off over at the 5 spot, man in the middle, is going to be Michaela Taylor. Those are our starting lineups presented by Spartan Exteriors. And we are set, ready to go. Ready to jump things off and get things started for Tyler High is going to be Miller. Espinosa going to jump tip off for the Red Devils. Tyler High in the hosting all whites as they win the tip. They're going to be going from right to left on your respective devices. Mount Pleasant Chapel Hill, and they're all black tops and bottoms. Now on the far side as we open up this game, in the corner now with it, looking for an open spot is Clay. Clay resets, passes it over to the top of the key to Buffin. Buffin surfing the floor, gets it to Hartsville. Hartsville for 3, no good. Front iron and off. Rebound gets brought down by Hawkins, her first rebound of the game, and it gets stolen away by Miller. Miller had 10 steals last game against Terrell, already has one to get things going. Swinging out the top of the key, now over to the corner. Clay open through of her own, no good. Tipped out of bounds, staying here as Espinosa was the last one to touch the ball. Now we've only played about 30 seconds, and both teams will, at least Tyler High, is showing that they are not afraid to shoot the basketball. Quick throw inbounds into Buffin, no good, and Espinosa corrals the rebound, and Mount Pleasant Chapel Hill will not get their first offensive possession of the game. I thought so. Stolen away once again by Buffin, and no, there's a stoppage of play. I don't know if they called it out of bounds. It looks like that's what might have happened. But Tompkins will inbound right in front of us here in the HTO broadcast booth. Skip pass to the far side. Now back over to the inbounder in Wooten. Wooten swing pass once more right over the head of Hawkins out of bounds. And Mount Pleasant Chapel Hill has not crossed the timeline yet. The Lady Lions playing some stifling defense with 7:10 remaining in the first quarter of play. Here comes Tyler High. Now surveying the floor and breaking down the defense is Buffin, the junior guard. Now drives. That's Hartsfield. Hartsfield now with the corner swing, now resetting to the top of the key. This is Buffin. Buffin, free throw line jumper. No dice there, out of bounds. Turnover will give possession back to Mount Pleasant Chapel Hill. Inbounds passes over to Wooten yet again. Wooten now taking her time, swings it to Hawkins. Now back to Wooten. We talked with Coach Reynolds. He said it was going to play a lot of full court pressing, and that's what we're seeing here. Seal is almost snatched away by Hartsfield, but now Espinosa pulls for three. No good. Back ironing off. Rebound is tipped. Loose ball. Coming up with it is Hawkins for Mount Pleasant Chapel Hill. Now gets it to Espinosa for the reset with 6.5 remaining in the first quarter of play. With it is Wooten. Wooten gets her pass tipped, but falling under it is going to be Thrapp. Thrapp gets the ball tipped and almost stolen away. And Mount Pleasant Chapel Hill trying to slow down this Tyler High defense, and it looks like a shoe was getting tied right under the basket. The Tyler High team led by first-year head coach Bobby Reynolds, who, of course, had the pleasure of speaking to. He's also a referee in the summer. Always good to run into him every once in a while and bust his chops a bit, but it's all in good faith. 6 minutes, 23 seconds remaining in the first quarter. In the corner is Espinosa. Espinosa dribble drive, looking for a lead pass into Thrapp, but it's stolen. In the open break is Miller. Miller on the right side now hesitates, drives, goes up, over two defenders, got it for two. And we have our first points of the game belonging to the Lady Lions of Tyler High. It's 2-0 now. Looking for Trapp. Steal up and in. Quick buckets now is Buffin getting her first points of the game. She's on the blocks fast. Mount Pleasant Chapel Hill still trying to break the trap, but it's hauled in again. Buffin layup good. Timeout taken by Mount Pleasant Chapel Hill. And it's already 5-0 with 5:54 left to go. We got ourselves a good old-fashioned little rundown here. 5:47 remaining at 6-0 back in 30 on the Antler Sports Network and ASN Radio.
That's the name of the business on this sheet.
Name of the business? Yosemite?
Yosemite Roofing.
Yosemite.
Yosemite Roofing?
Yosemite.
Hey guys, it's Josiah with Yosemite Roofing, and we don't care what you call us, as long as you call us.
After the Lady Devils decide to talk it over, they're already down 6-0 with 5:40 remaining in the first, and it looks like a foul. No, it's a loose ball foul or an offensive foul called against Mount Pleasant Chapel Hill, and now Tyler High will go the other way. First quarter is brought to you by Mike Munn State Farm. In the game of life, we all need a strong defense. Just like in sports, unexpected challenges can hit us hard. With Mike Munn State Farm, you can have the protection that you, car, family, or any other part of your home or lifestyle that you want to have protection will be defended to a T. Mike Munn State Farm, proud sponsor of the Antler Sports Network. Shot no good, hauled in by Taylor, kicking it back out to a driving Hartsfield. Hartsfield, follow-away jumper just short, snatched down. Tough rebound from Buffin. Buffin, follow-away good. Buffin to get this game started, already having a heck of a game. They get it to Espinosa on the far side. Lead pass is to a driving Wooten, who's now on the far hash. Will reset back to the top of the key is Tompkins with 5 minutes left to go. Tompkins closely guarded, out of bounds, last touch by the Lady Devils. Tyler High is going to go the other way. It's been a defensive masterclass by the Lady Lions so far. And of course, new rules from the NFHS for this season. 5 fouls will put you in the bonus. No more 1-and-1. Fouls reset every quarter. Skip through. Layup no good by Buffin. And Mount Pleasant Chapel Hill. Swooten comes down with it. Lead pass up to the recently checking in Baeza. Baeza. Open curl around in the middle of the basket. No good by Thrapp. As Baeza gets the rebound but can't control the possession. Tyler High will take the basketball back. It's been all Lions so far. No, they're going to say last touch by the Lions. And MPCH will inbound under their own bucket. Had Wooten on the cut, but no dice. They eventually get it into Thrapp. Thrapp swings it over to Baeza. Baeza pulls back out with 4.5 minutes left. Open three. Tompkins no good. Rebound by Espinosa. Espinosa gets her shot swatted, and coming down with the board is Taylor. Taylor and the rest of the Lions on the run now. Open floor, corralling it. Almost couldn't haul it in was Miller, but Miller resets it back out. Hartsville swings it to the corner to Clay. Clay Euros draws the foul. That foul is going to be against Daniela Baeza, the combo freshman, getting her first personal foul, first team foul of the game. Shooting 2 from the line for the Lady Lions. It's going to be Clay. First shot, no good, out the back on and off. Lady Lions 27-7 last year. with 11-2 district record. Good to give them second place in that district. Fell to the Hawks of Red Oak in the second round. Second shot is up and good. And now it's 9-0 in favor of the Lady Lions here at home. Mount Pleasant Chapel Hill recently checking in Nellie Grimes, and Grimes gets called for the travel on the turnover right after crossing the timeline. See Coach Reynolds on that far sideline in his first season here. Since 2009, these Lady Lions are 3-3 against Titus County teams. Those main teams being, of course, Mount Pleasant, who they've seen in district play and plenty non-district play. Lob pass into Taylor. Taylor gets it snatched away by Thrapp, and now Wooten pushing the Lady Lions going the other way. Crossing the timeline with possession after the catch is Tompkins. Tompkins back to Wooten. Great hesitation there. Driving, picks up her dribble, swing, open three, wing, no good. Can't get the shooter's roll. Rebounding, driving the other way is Miller. Miller in the open court now dribbles over to her left. Skip pass over to the awaiting arms of Buffin for two. Good. Buffin already off to a great start with 8 points. Ball gets tipped out of bounds. And it looks like a substitution now for Tyler High. Checking in, it's going to be Rashia Miller and also Jeremiah Rice. Both of those players getting their first action of the game. Rice, the sophomore, Miller, the junior. With 3 minutes, 23 seconds remaining in the first, Mount Pleasant Chapel Hill yet to get on the scoreboard because of this Tyler High top fleeting defense that they're still in. This 1-2-2 has been causing havoc. Open drive, Tompkins layup is in. Mount Pleasant Chapel Hill gets on the board. 3:06 remaining in the first quarter of play. Miller swings it to the top of the key to Hartsfield. Hartsfield in the waiting arms of Buffin. Buffin looking to get in double figures. Can't get it to go as Espinosa corrals the rebound. Now looking for assistance. Finds it on the far side over to Wooten. Wooten drives, bumps in, offensive foul. No team foul, but it will be her first personal, and that's our first charge of the game and first charge of the season. Checking in from Mount Pleasant Chapel Hill, some more size. The starting combo guard, Kiara Hawkins. The junior is going to be checking in. It's changed for Nellie Grimes. And it looks like we have a timeout, and we'll take it with them. Back in 30, it's all Lions on the Antler Sports Network.
Favorite team.
Coach Bobby Reynolds and company talking things over on the close sideline as this Tyler High Lions have dominated the early goings of this game. Score is 11-2, led by an early Buffin effort. Khalees Buffin, the junior guard, has already made her mark on this game with 10 points, 8 points already on her stat sheet. Jared Jones, Zach Abercrombie, our camera worker for today's game. I'd like to thank him for always being here. Proud part of the Antler Sports Network. We also want to thank our executive producers, Justin Jackson, over in our Houston studios, pushing all the buttons that need to happen behind the scenes. And a travel violation is called against Miller. That's her first turnover of the game. Her game against Terrell, she only had 2 turnovers. A very efficient game from her. Just over 2.5 minutes left to go in the first quarter of play. And since tip-off, it's been all Lions. Now swinging, trying to break down this Lion press. In the middle now with it is Hawkins. Hawkins looking for Espinosa. Gets the ball tipped out of bounds. No turnover. Ball will stay with the Red Devils, and they will inbound it under their own basket. Looking to inbound is going to be Tompkins. Tompkins has a cutter in the middle. It's Hawkins, and she gets fouled under the basket. That foul is going to be the first charged against Jeremiah Rice and also the first team foul for the Lions. High inbounds pass is into Thrapp. Thrapp gets it stolen. Going the other way with open spaces. Rice, who just checked in, looking to make an impact, spins out and smartly resets the offense. Swings to Miller. Miller, jab step, kick in the middle of the key, looking for Miller. Miller can't get it to go. Well, excuse me, that's Rashia Miller that couldn't get that last shot to go. Brayla Miller with the intended assist. Now the Red Devils going the other way, driving baseline, gets it tipped out of bounds as Grimes, turnover charged. Possession will go to the Lions as checking back into the ball game will be Wooten. as well as Kato White. White getting her first action of the contest. Possession arrow pointing in the direction of the Lady Red Devils. With a minute 56, as now the clock will roll. Khalees Buffin leading all scorers with 8 points. Looking for the Miller screen, gets it, pull up, jumper, no good. Miller tried to get the rebound, great box out, couldn't haul it in, but getting it is Buffin. Buffin, her second rebound of the contest. Cutting is Miller, gets it to Miller. Miller connection is good. Mount Pleasant Chapel Hill still trying to beat the press. Over to Hawkins. Hawkins, smart skip pass into the waiting arms of Wooten. Wooten now swinging, now over to the corner. Looking inbounds for Hawkins to get stolen away by Brayla Miller. Going up, layup is good. Falling is Rice as Rice converts. 15-2 as we are about to hit the 1 minute mark. Almost coming up with their third steal of the game is Buffin. Buffin hustles back up and is now retreating on defense. Tipped the ball out of bounds. Last touch by Rice and the Lady Lions with 57.5 seconds left. Substitutions now for Tyler High. Getting into the ball game is going to be Omori G and Samori Hines. Both juniors getting their first touch on the floor. Espinosa, follow-away layup is in. Fantastic touch pass, and Espinosa just used her height. As Coach Reynolds discussed earlier, she's been the one to watch on film, and you can see why. Once she gets an open space, it's her paint to manage. Miller taking the Miller screen, kicking over, open shot, G, can't get the shooter's roll. Under the bucket for the waiting arms of Hines is good. 31 seconds left in the first quarter of play. Lions continuing to dominate. With it now driving is going to be Tompkins. Tompkins looking, has Hawkins. Hawkins to Espinosa. Quick step, side step, no good. And she'll head to the line. Tyler High, their second foul of the quarter. That foul is going to be a hold charged against Samora Hines, her first personal second team. On the line for the first time is going to be Mackenzie Espinosa, the senior forward's first shot is good. News. Couple changes on the floor, starting for Mount Pleasant Chapel Hill. Checking in is going to be Renee Guerrera, and Baeza will sub back into the game. Also coming back into the game for Tyler High is Amaya Clay. Second shot, Espinosa back iron, no good. Tipped, possession will eventually go back to the Lions. And now Rice will go the other way. 13 seconds left. Could be the last possible possession. Kick, great kick and drive, open three, no good. Short. Espinosa trying to get the rebound. Tyler High corrals it. 3 seconds left. Ball goes out of bounds. It'll stay here as Clay gets the pass tip. Last touch by Baeza and the Red Devils. And more substitutions now. Checking in for the Red Devils is going to be Thrapp. Checking in for Tyler High is going to be Buffin, Miller, Hartsfield, and Taylor. So both teams have their starting lineups back onto the floor except for Guerrera for Mount Pleasant Chapel Hill. 1.4 seconds left. They get it to Miller. Miller catches, shoot, no good, short. And that'll end the first quarter of play. It's been all Lions after one. Your score, Tyler High 17, Mount Pleasant Chapel Hill 5. Back in 30, this is a Pelche Kia presentation of high school basketball on the Antler Sports Network.
Oh, when my Marco's craving hits, it really hits. And with unlimited medium one-topping pizzas for $6.99 each, I can cover tonight's cravings and tomorrow's. Nice. Marco's. Pizza lovers, get it. Feast your eyes on Marco's Pepperoni Magnifico. Fresh dough made daily, topped with our signature sauce. 3 real cheeses, classic pepperoni, plus crispy cupped Old World pepperoni. Pure pepperoni perfection for just $9.99, but for a limited time only.
As we begin quarter number 2 here in the Lions Den, both teams coming out of their respective huddles. Tyler High with a commanding lead at least so far, but things can surely change as time goes on. Mount Pleasant Chapel Hill, so far this game, just unable to beat this relentless Tyler High full court pressure. Coach Reynolds said that he was a 94-foot team, and we're seeing that here in the early going. Fresh 8 minutes are on the clock. Fouls will reset, and we're set to go again. With it now going the other way for the opening possession. Mount Pleasant Chapel Hill gets it stolen, but they steal it back. They're going to say the last touch was on Tyler High. Coach Reynolds showing his dismay Definitely not happy about that one. From this angle, I think it was last touch by Mount Pleasant Chapel Hill, but that's why we're a headset and not a whistle. Going the other way will be Hawkins. Hawkins trapped on the close side and it draws the foul. That's going to be the first on Tyler High. That foul is going to be against Hartsfield. That's her first. That's her first personal, first team. Tyler High with all 5 of their timeouts. Mount Pleasant Chapel Hill with 4. On the inbounds catch is going to be Wooten, the junior, spinning the other way, almost got it tipped and went across the timeline, but no backcourt violation there. Over to Espinosa at the top of the key, now looking for it is Wooten. Wooten's get pass, cross court over to Hawkins. Hawkins with 7:23 left to go in the first half of play. They're looking to get it to Espinosa, and they eventually do. She is almost trapped, but not going to be able to do anything with it as Buffin blitzed her almost immediately, and a substitution yet again. Coming in for Wooten is going to be Daniela Baeza. Baeza had a good chunk of run in the latter half of the first quarter. As the clock will roll, taking the inbounds pass is Anaya Hartsfield. Hartsfield swings it over to Buffin. Buffin now finds Miller. Miller, open 3, corner for Clay, no good, nobody home. Rebound by Espinosa. Espinosa, lead pass, up sideline to Hawkins. Hawkins on the drive, follow way up the side of the backboard and draws the foul. And that's going to be the second foul on the Lions already this quarter. Foul looks like, did they charge it to Hartsfield? And it is. They did charge it to Hartsfield. That's her second personal, second on the team in this quarter with 6:56 left to go. Hawkins on the line to shoot 2. First shot, no good. No substitutions for either ball club. Mount Pleasant Chapel Hill has been a very great team against Smith County. 18-4 since 2012. Second shot from Hawkins gets the shooters rolling, rattles in. 17-6 now the score. On the other side with it now on the far side is Miller. Miller, open 3. Hartsfield back iron it off. Rebound is hauled in by Espinosa. Miller almost had a hand on it, but Espinosa using the size to get the easy possession. They get it to Espinosa now. Espinosa drives. Corner. Head fake, dribble drive now for Hawkins. Hawkins, open shot off the glass, no good by Thrapp. They get the rebound and it's in. Now it seems like Mount Pleasant Chapel Hill throwing on a little bit of a full court pressure of their own. Full court 2-3, implements it. Thrapp with the steal. Looking, she has possession, but jump ball is called. Possession arrow in favor of the Tyler High Lady Lions. This Lady Lions team led by first-year head coach Bobby Reynolds, of course former Tenaha and Caddo Mills head coach. He was the 2A District 23 Coach of the Year last season. His Tenaha Tigers went 33-3 with a regional semifinal appearance. On the drive, Miller up and under, no good, but draws the foul. Looks like they're going to charge that foul to Espinosa. That's Espinosa's first, team's first of the quarter. Miller on the line to shoot 2 from the charity stripe. First shot, no good. With 6:06 remaining in the first quarter. Oh, in the first half, excuse me. Second shot is up and in. Nothing but nylon. Knocks down the charity stripe jumper. 6 minutes flat remaining. Tyler High still with a 1-2-2 press. Mount Pleasant Chapel Hill looking to break it. Consistently, that is. With it is Baeza. Baeza Espinosa from the parking lot. No good. Could have hit the shot from the loop. Under the basket is Thrapp for the offensive glass. Can't get it. And a whistle is blown. And it's going to be a shooting foul. That'll be called against Khalees Buffin. Buffin, her first, team third. Thrapp at the line to shoot a deuce from the charity stripe. Her first trip to the line today. The senior's first shot back iron, no good. Now the team really able to catch their stride from the free throw line. With 5:51 still remaining in the first half of play. Second shot, also no good. She'll go empty as Michaela Taylor hauls in the board, gets it over to Buffin. Buffin, zip pass over to Miller. Espinosa tries to tie it up, can't. They're going to say the last touch by Miller. She's not happy about it. Triple teamed already on that close side. And Tyler High will turn the basketball over. Chapel Hill looking for an opening. They eventually find it in Hawkins. Hawkins pass anticipated for Tompkins. It's stripped away by Miller. Her fourth steal of the game. They'll say last touch was by the Lady Red Devils. And Tyler High will keep possession with 5.5 remaining. Tyler High School, the alma mater of Aqua Franklin, former WNBA player and current assistant head coach for the Lady Jayhawks of University of Kansas. Tough rebound from Taylor. Taylor kicks out. Open three by the Lady Lions. No good. Rebound is going to another offensive rebound. This time for Clay. Clay over to Miller. Jab step from Hartsfield. She'll reset. 5:14 remaining in the second quarter of play. Tyler High will off 5 of their timeouts. Taylor flashes up. Gets it over to Hartsfield for three. Knocks down the trifecta. We got our first three-point bucket of the ball game. And it's to the Tyler High Lady Lions. They've been killing on offense. Miller with the steal. Her first steal of the game. Open for Buffett. She's in double digits with the layup. Timeout by Mount Pleasant Chapel Hill. The offensive firepower continuing for Tyler High. 30-second timeout. Back after this. This is Belshea Kia High School Basketball on the Antler Sports Network.
That's the name of the business on this sheet.
Name of the business?
Yosemite?
Yosemite Roofing.
Yo's me.
Yosemite roofing?
Yosemite. Yosemite?
Hey guys, it's Josiah with Yosemite Roofing, and we don't care what you call us, as long as you call us.
Mount Pleasant Chapel Hill coming out of the timeout. They have now 3 remaining with 4:49 remaining in the first half of play, trying to break down this Tyler High press, and now they take the basketball back. Now in the middle, crashing into Tompkins, anticipating the steal is Buffin, and Buffin with the personal foul. That's foul number 4 on Tyler High, second on Buffin. Skip passes into Espinosa. Espinosa tiptoes to stay in bounds. A lot of mustard on that pass to Hawkins, but she eventually hauls it in. Now they reset to Tompkins at the top of the key. 4.5 minutes left, and it's going to be a loose ball foul that is going to be called against Rashia Miller. That's her first, team 5th, and now that'll put Mount Pleasant Chapel Hill in the bonus. Again, no 1-and-1 this year. 5 fouls in a quarter automatically puts you on the line. Hanging the line once again is Thrapp. Thrapp, first free throw was in. Went 0 for 2 from the charity stripe her last time up. Checking into the game in exchange for Hawkins is going to be Guerrera, the combo guard, sophomore. Thrapp's second free throw was good, so she leaves with a good pair of 2 points the easy way. As Thrapp will check out, checking in for her is going to be Kato White, getting her second bit of action on the floor. 4.5 minutes, a little over 4.5 minutes left to go in the first half of play. Mount Pleasant Chapel Hill still going with the full court trap. Dribbling right through it is Buffin. Buffin over to Miller trying to make the extra pass out of bounds. It was a great idea to make that extra pass. She had Rice right in the middle of the basket, sitting wide open, anticipating it. Just couldn't zip it in time. Checking in is going to be Wooten in exchange for Tompkins. So on the floor for MPCH is going to be Baeza, White, Wooten, Espinosa, and Guerrera. On the floor for Tyler High is going to be Rice, Hartsfield, Miller, and Buffin for the blue and white. In the corner now is Espinosa. Espinosa pull up jumper from downtown, can't haul it in. Out of bounds. And they're going to say the last touch was by Tyler High. Mount Pleasant Chapel Hill will take it back. The offensive game plan a bit cloudy so far for Mount Pleasant Chapel Hill with that disruptive full court press. But when they get into the half court, they seem to be moving the ball very well. Espinosa able to get some open three-point shots, just not able to haul them in. Speaking of Espinosa, she has it at the top of the key, still looking. With 3:50 remaining to go in the first half of play. Picking up the dribble now, looking, bounce passes over to Wooten. Wooten back in the corner. Stutter step jab, looking for Baeza. Baeza, bucket's good. Slowly chopping this lead down, the Mount Pleasant Chapel Hill visiting Red Devils are. Tyler High now with it, a chance to answer. Open three from downtown is Rice, back iron, no good. Rebound by Miller. Miller, turn around, got it. Tough bucket there from Miller out of the hoop and expands the Tyler High lead again. It's 25-12, 3:15 remaining. Baeza, bounce pass, got it to Wooten. Wooten skies it for Espinosa, gets tipped by Miller, tipped again. Tyler High trying to get on it. They have it, but looks like it's going to be a jump ball called. Don't know. And a substitution for Mount Pleasant Chapel Hill as Thrapp will check back in for Cato White. It looks like it is a jump ball. Possession will go to Mount Pleasant Chapel Hill, so barring this possession, the arrow will go back in favor of the Lady Lions. 3:06 remaining in the first half. High inbounds pass to Espinosa. Closely guarded by Miller. Screen by Baeza. Still doesn't get Miller off of her. Now with it is Thrapp. Thrapp looked like she wanted the three. Espinosa will take it. No good, side iron it off. Rebound gets hauled in by Rice. Rice gets it behind her to Buffin. Buffin already has 10 points. Stutter step, great stutter step. Gets an open space. Crosses. Runner, no good. Rebound by Espinosa. 2:45 remaining. Mount Pleasant Chapel Hill looking to push. High arcing pass is given over to Baeza. Baeza crosses. Free throw line runner. It's a pass to Thrapp. Thrapp can't get it. Rebound is brought in by Guerrera, and a foul is called. Loose ball. And that's going to be against Hartsfield. That's Hartsfield's third. New rule. The scoreboard will not count higher than 5 fouls for a team. They'll just head to the line. First shot for Guerrera is no good. Platoon swap now here for Tyler High. Checking in for MPCH, however, is going to be Cato White once more in exchange for Thrapp. Checking in for Tyler High, it's going to be Hambrick getting her first action. Michaela Taylor, the starting forward, will check back in. Looks like we have a quick stoppage of play. It looks like they were just letting Rice get off the floor. Second shot is in. Substitution for Mount Pleasant Chapel Hill yet again. After Guerrera knocks down the free throw, she'll get a little bit of relief as Hawkins subs in for her. Just over 2.5 left to go in the first half of plays. 25-13. Miller over to Buffin. Buffin tried to cross over, but the ball got palmed by the awaiting arms of Hawkins. She comes up, corrals the loose ball. Espinosa, leeway pass under to Baeza. Baeza gets crashed into. Thankfully, she's okay. That's going to be a block foul called on Buffin, and that's Buffin's third. And Baeza will head to the line for her second opportunity tonight with a chance to make it a 10-point game with a pair of free throws here. Coach Reynolds on his sideline speaking to the referee. First shot for Baeza, front iron it off. Last season, these Lady Red Devils averaged 52 points a game and only allowed 36. Second shot, no good. Empty trip. Rebounds hauled in by Taylor. Lob pass. Open Hambrick, a little bit too much mustard on it, out of bounds. And it'll be a turnover assessed to the Lady Lions. Mount Pleasant Chapel Hill will go the other way as Thrapp will check back in exchange for Cato White. Those two have made the same substitution 4 times already this game, at least 3 or 4 times. Don't have a substitution counter for any particular pair. As Espinosa steps up, takes the inbounds pass. High leeway pass is tipped, but Hawkins eventually brings it in. Espinosa, pull-up jumper from the short corner. Great shot. Espinosa has 6 points on the day. Check that, 7 with 1:55 remaining in the second. Miller in the corner. Skip pass into the waiting arms of Hines, who recently checked in. Open three, Buffin, no good. Almost like a dare you three as Hambrick comes up with the steal and a bit of trouble, throws it behind her. Push, block foul is called against Wooten. That'll be her first, team second. The Red Devils now have 3 fouls to give in the remaining 1:38 in this second quarter. At halftime, we'll hear from the head coach of the Texas Wesleyan Rams football team and former Tyler native, Coach Joe Prudhomme, as he speaks with Jimmy the St. Christopher ahead of their ranked Sooner Athletic Conference Championship against Louisiana Christian. That game kicks off at 2 p.m. tomorrow on ASN2. Pre-game of myself and Jimmy de St. Christopher will be at 1:30. Open three, no good. Hines can't get it. Follow away jumper out to the offensive rebound is Taylor. Taylor gets it back. Taylor staying with it. Big time layup there with 1:17. Espinosa corrals it. Skip passes over to Tompkins. Tompkins back to Espinosa. Hurricane pass in the corner. Looking for Baeza. They get it to her. Espinosa, a little bit of pick and roll action. They try to get to threat, but the inbounds pass is stolen away. Going the other way with it is Buffett. Buffett in the middle of the floor. Now crosses over to her left. Picks up, steps through. Layup. No good. Blocking foul call. That foul is going to be called against Baeza. That's her first, team third. 56.9 seconds remaining in the second quarter, as Buffin will head to the charity stripe. First shot, no good. Substitutions for both teams. Checking in from Mount Pleasant Chapel Hill is going to be Wooten yet again. And checking in for Tyler High is going to be Jeremiah Rice, as she steps in to do a little bit of rebounding. The only losses Tyler High had were against not this Mount Pleasant team, as the second free throw was good, but the Mount Pleasant High Tigers. Their only 2 losses in regular season play. Skip pass is over to Tompkins. Tompkins to Espinosa. Espinosa, rough, tough pass into Thrupp, and she's got it. Great vision from Espinosa to see cross key. And that's now an 11-point ball game. 28-17 with 35 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Buffin using the Taylor screen, rejects it. Open three for Rice, no good. Taylor tried to come up with the rebound, but snatching it away is Tompkins. Get it to Hawkins. Hawkins across the timeline, 19 seconds. Wooten now takes her dribble. Skip pass over to Espinosa. Espinosa sets her feet, fires for three, no good. Miller with the rebound. 8 seconds left. 7 seconds. Lob pass to Buffin. Right hand layup is good. 1 second left, and that will do it for the first half. It's been all Tyler High after 2. Both teams going to the locker room for the break. We'll take it with them. Back in 1 minute. This is a Pell Shea Kia presentation of Tyler High School basketball on the Antler Sports Network and ASN Radio. It's the East Texas Benefits Halftime Report brought to you by East Texas Benefits. Financial freedom is only one call or web search away. Robin and Lynn not only can help you achieve your financial goals, but they can also help you get your business financials, payroll, insurance, and more. East Texas Benefits has local knowledge you can trust. Find them online at easttexasbenefits.com. Tomorrow afternoon, in Sooner Athletic Conference action, it's for a championship and for a possible right to host a home playoff game in the NAIA playoffs, as number 25 Louisiana Christian takes on the 15th ranked Rams of Texas Wesleyan University. Myself and Jimmy the St. Christopher will be on the call. Pre-game from Crowley will be at 1:30, kickoff at 2. Find that on ASN2 and ASN Radio. And speaking of the Rams, our own Jimmy the St. Christopher had an opportunity to speak with Rams head coach Joe Prudhomme. Here's part of the First and 10 pregame show that will be played in full tomorrow on ASN2.
Welcome to the regular season finale of First and 10 with Rams football coach, the great Joe Prudhomme. I'm Jimmy the St. Christopher. Rams' fifth straight victory was 42-19 over Langston, the Lions, up in Oklahoma. They had a 21-0 lead at the half, did the Rams. Before we dive into the game, we'll talk about the upcoming game this week, which is a pretty big one, in the NAIA. It was the perils of the Rams on the road. Fill us in a little bit if you can.
Oh, man, the Rams on the road.
Keep it clean if you can.
All right, I'll do my best. So we get there, Jimmy, and we walk in the hotel, and the lady says, well, we don't have any cold water. Any hot water. I said, well, okay, it's a little inconvenient, but it's not a deal breaker. And then she said, but yeah, and just the meeting room, we'll get it cleaned up, I promise. So I walk in the meeting room, there's ceiling tiles all over the tables, there's exposed wires everywhere, there's drywall flecks everywhere. It's filth, it's just in disarray. And so I walked back from the meeting room, and Coach Glover, our DFO, sitting there talking to her, and I said, the meeting room went, oh, it'll be ready by 8:30. Y'all go eat, and it'll be. I said, there's no way that's going to be ready. You're looking at weeks of work, right? And then she says, oh, the other thing. Then the other lady walks to the back, and she said, did you tell them about the key situation? The key situation. Yeah, our key machine won't key the keys till 10:30. I said, so where are we supposed to put our kids' stuff? Oh, it'll be okay in those rooms. I said, and not locked up. And most of my kids bring laptops or something they can do homework on the road or study or whatever. So I go and I talk. We're scrambling now. We're talking Friday evening. We needed our hotel room. I think it was 40. So we get to Sheraton. They got 13. Get over to Hilton. They got 6. La Quinta had 20. So it worked out. It was all good, right? And then I found out from the lady at the Sheraton that particular hotel that we were booked in, they made their idea was to walk us over there, charge full price, because we get a discount, pretty good discount. Right. So they can recoup their money. And so the general manager calls, I called Coach Glover. I said, I've got the rooms lined up, we're leaving. He goes, well, Coach, the general manager wants to talk to you. I said, fine, put her on speaker. And she said, well, I just said, I have questions first. He goes, okay. Is the hot water back on? She said, well, no, sir, and it won't be. I said, what about the meeting room with the exposed wires? Well, it might be ready, it might not by 10. I said, we got to be at 8, Then she said, I said, what about the key machine? Well, that'll be 10:30. I said, ma'am, we've already made other arrangements. I appreciate it. Oh, but you've paid a deposit. I said, well, you're not going to charge us that deposit. It wouldn't be good for either side. And I would put up a pretty big stink on that one. And I'd hate that it didn't work out, but we're gone. So we had to scatter our kids across 3 hotels, and they really did a great job. They were calm. They were resilient. They didn't, okay, Coach, if that's what we're going to do, that's what we got to do. And a lot of times that would rattle some teams. Right. I've had teams in the past, it would have rattled them. This group, no, man, they smooth sail. They were really focused. And I think that travel bumps in the road and challenges kind of illustrates that they were ready to play ball. And they did a great. Defense was outstanding. Offense came right out of the gate. Had a lot of really good performances.
And how much does that say for you and your coaches and for the kids to go through something like that and then be cool, calm, collected, and come out and beat a team the next day 42-19?
A lot. It says a lot about everybody. But think about our story. You know our story. We've had to go and commute to practices. We've got bumped for this or that, and then we get over here, which is great. We've had a lot of like when we were having to commute and rent, we could get bumped every day for practice. We got used to that. So we just call it sudden change. Looks like you're in a game. There's a big turnover. How are we going to react? Are we going to respond and try to be mature about it and stay calm? Or are we going to just get scattered? Because if you get scattered.
If you're looking to check out the rest of Jimmy's conversation with Coach Joe Prudhomme, be sure to tune in pregame tomorrow afternoon as Louisiana Christian takes on Texas Wesleyan in an NAIA ranked matchup for the Sooner Athletic Conference Championship. Pregame on ASN2 and ASN Radio will be at 1:30 p.m. Central. Kickoff from Crowley at 2 p.m. sharp. We'll take one last break as the Red Devils look to bring things back against the Tyler High Lady Lions. This is Pell Kia High School Basketball on the Antler Sports Network. Both teams have come out of the locker room, and we're already set and ready to go for the second half of play. Tyler High in the hosting white uniforms, Mount Pleasant Chapel Hill, and they're visiting all black tops and bottoms. Turnover early now for the Lady Lions. Not the same start that they got off to start the game, as the inbound pass intended for Espinosa is out of bounds. They're going to say last touch by Tyler High. They say the Coach Brian Braddock for MPCH wanting a loose ball foul on the inbound pass intended for Espinosa. I can agree. I can definitely see why he would want a whistle there. So we've played about 30 seconds of basketball here in the third quarter of play. 30-17 advantage going to the Tyler High Lions. They try to get it into Thrap. Taylor in coverage. Couldn't get it up in time. Couldn't get up to catch the ball in time. Out of the way, sails over the head of Thrap, the intended target, out of bounds. Turnover. Possession will go to Tyler High. It was all Lions and that full court press and the full court trap in the first half. Let's see if we get more of the same here. With it now is Buffin. Buffin has 3 fouls. Who gets it over Hartsfield, who also has 3. A little bit of a motion offense here. Or a good old-fashioned high-low set against this one. Almost looks like a 1-3-1. In the corner now with it. Dribble drive here for Hartsfield. Hartsfield to Taylor. Free throw line jumper. No good. Going the other way is going to be MPCH and Hawkins. And Hawkins draws the foul. That foul is going to be called against Amaya Clay. Her first. Team first. Tyler High back in that 1-2-2 trap. Taylor approaching the ball with it, running it open. Space blocked by Miller. Takes it the other way. Crosses over. In the middle of the floor. Goes across the timeline with 6.5. One-handed pass. Open. 3-ball. Good. That's one of the second 3-ball we've seen today, and both of them have gone to the Lions at Tyler High. Ball gets tipped, but Mount Pleasant Chapel Hill retains possession. Tiptoeing on the catch is Tompkins. Tompkins up to Espinosa. What a sequence there. Great bucket by the Lady Devils to get back on the board and respond. With it now is Buffin. Buffin looked like she wanted to take another 3. Gets it to Miller, who flashes across the short corner. They get the bounce pass cross key to Clay. Clay not much room, and will get it to Hartsfield instead. Hartsfield resets, gets it back to Buffin. Buffin jab. Sidestep, too long, too no good. Almost rebounded by Taylor, but Espinosa hauls it in. Follow-away throw is eventually caught by Wooten. Wooten, football pass is complete right in the waiting arms of Tompkins. Tompkins. 4-on-3 break. Tyler High's numbers advantage caused a turnover. With it is Buffin. Buffin now with the open floor. She has a 4-on-2 break of her own and smartly gets out and resets. Gets trapped in the corner. Now swings it over. Open waiting arms of Clay. Clay tried to get it to Miller on the cut, out of bounds. No turnover. They're going to say last touch by Mount Pleasant Chapel Hill, but 5:22 left in the third quarter. It's still 17-point game. 18, Pull-up jumper, no good. Hauled in by Taylor. Taylor goes up, gets fouled. Looking to see who that foul is going to be assessed to. Looks like they're going to call that against Abigail Thrapp. That's her first, team first. On the line for the first time for the Tyler High Lady Lions is going to be Michaela Taylor. Taylor, the junior forward. First shot from the charity stripe is no good. As Rashia Miller looks to check in for Taylor, barring the result of the second free throw. Second shot, no good. Lane violation is called against Tyler High, and now Miller will check back in. Both Millers now on the floor. It's Miller, Hartsfield, Buffin, and trying to get the final number here. That appears to be Clay. It is Clay that's on the floor for Tyler High. It's Thrapp, Wooten, Espinosa, Hawkins, and Tompkins on the floor for Mount Pleasant Chapel Hill. Miller, her first steal of the game. In the corner, open three. Buffin, no good. Can't get her second three of the game. Offensive rebound to Clay, who gets it to Buffin. Spins off Espinosa. Runner, no good. Rebound hauled in by Hawkins. Hawkins has the numbers now, but in close retreat is Buffin. Pulls up. Long three. No good. Couldn't get the roll. Espinosa runs in under after the rebound is hauled in by Clay. Jump ball is called. Possession arrow is in favor of Mount Pleasant Chapel Hill, at least on the scoreboard, or at least at the scorer's table. But the officials are going to say possession will go to Tyler High. With it now was Miller. Miller, runner, got it. We discussed how Miller was going to be an absolute tear on offense, as she was against Terrell, and some things never changed. Timeout called by Mount Pleasant Chapel Hill, and we are going to take it with them. Full timeout. Back in 1 minute. This is Pelshey Kia High School Basketball on the Antler Sports Network. Timeout taken by Mount Pleasant Chapel Hill. They have 2 timeouts remaining. Tyler High with 4. Thrapp looking. No foul is called. No carry is called. Turnover. And now it seems that Tyler High is back to that stifling full court defense that got them this 20-point, well, thought it was a 20-point lead. Couldn't see from the other angle. Got them this double-digit lead in the first half. Checking in is going to be Nellie Grimes. Grimes will check in for Thrapp. Espinosa has pretty much played every single minute for Mount Pleasant Chapel Hill. Absolute workhorse. 4 minutes, 7 seconds remaining. Miller gets the screen to Buffin. Buffin has 3 fouls and also 10 points. Check that, 13 points. Swings over to the top of the key is Rice. Rice resets. Hartsfield has it. On the drive, skips up and under, through the contact is Buffin again. And that could be an early contender for our Marco's Pizza Slice of Greatness play of the game. We'll check that during the postgame show. Throw into Buffin once more. Buffin, Euro step, good. Buffin's highest grade has to be in English with that kind of layup. Nice little Euro step getting through traffic. We've crossed the 3.5-minute mark. Tyler High still pressing. No travel called. Much to the dismay of Coach Bobby Reynolds as he walks his way back across. Turnover forced again by the Hartsfield defense. By the defense from Hartsfield with 3:17 left. That's back-to-back turnovers forced Back-to-back buckets already. Trying to make it 3 straight. A substitution gets made by Mount Pleasant Chapel Hill. It's been all Lady Lions. Here's Buffin crossing the timeline, going from left to right on your respective device after 2 tough layups. With it now, Miller. Back out to Miller at the free throw line. Hartsfield looking for Rice. They get it to her. Down low to Miller through contact. Got it. Easy bucket. It's 41-15. All Lions in this one. 2:50 remaining in the third. Gets it to Baeza. Baeza crosses the timeline, crosses over to her right, immediately almost trapped, but is able to get through it, scoop through contact, and a foul. That foul is going to be charged to Jeremiah Rice. That's her first, team second. Baeza on the line for her 3rd time tonight. Pauses, free throws up, can't get it in, and missed. Last time the Lady Red Devils were able to clinch a district title was back in the 2019-20 season where they went 32-2 overall. Perfect 12-0 in district. Second shot's good. 21-point game now in favor of the Lady Lions here in the Lions Den. Pretty solid crowd. Nothing for a Friday night with high school playoff football. Crosses, Buffin goes up, good. Nothing but net. It's been all Buffin. Buffin ain't playing around in this one. 2:24 remaining. Mount Pleasant Chapel Hill trying to get the timeline. They don't have much time. Got to get a move on by Baeza. Crosses, drives, left side, rises up, gets fouled yet again. And she'll head to the line once more. Looks like that foul was going to be called against number 4, Amori G. That's her first personal, 3rd team foul. As Baeza for the 4th time today heads to the line. First shot gets the shooters rolling in. And it looks like Tyler High will talk things over. Coach Bobby Reynolds is going to have a chat. 1-minute timeout, but we'll be back in 30 seconds. This is Pelshey Kia, Tyler High School Basketball on the Antler Sports Network and AntlerSN.com.
Oh, when my Marco's craving hits, it really hits. And with unlimited medium one-topping pizzas for $6.99 each, I can cover tonight's cravings and tomorrow's. Nice. Marco's. Pizza lovers, get it. Feast your eyes on Marco's Pepperoni Magnifico. Fresh dough made daily, topped with our signature sauce. 3 real cheeses, classic pepperoni, plus crispy cupped Old World pepperoni. Pure pepperoni perfection for just $9.99, but for a limited time only.
Lady Lions fans, young and old in the Lions Den tonight as we begin our high school basketball slate on the Antler Sports Network. Be sure to tune in tomorrow afternoon as we have our final regular season college football broadcast of the year as 15th ranked Texas Wesleyan takes on 25th ranked Louisiana Christian and a Sooner Athletic Conference championship with playoff seeding and a possible home playoff game for the Rams on the line. Kickoff from Crowley ISD Multipurpose Stadium will be at 2 p.m. Central. Myself and Jimmy the St. Christopher will get you guys started with the Pelshey Kia pregame drive at 1:30. Second shot from Baeza is no good. Rebound almost tipped out of bounds, but Tyler High controlling possession. We've hit about 2 minutes remaining in this third quarter. With it now was Buffin. Buffin, an early contender for our Yosemite Roofing GOAT of the game. On the drive is Buffin. Buffin right down Main Street into the mayor's office. Might have even stopped by the Chamber of Commerce. Hello, Miss Sydney Smokeasport, Tyler. Say hello to Buffin for us. Minute 45 remaining. Espinosa trapped immediately on the far side in no man's land. Pass is intercepted by Buffin. Buffin, middle of the floor, going the other way. Now gets it over to her left. Thought she was going to pull up for that 3. Crosses, has Rice. Rice pull-up jumper from downtown. No good. Rebound is brought down by Hambrick. And the Lady Lions will get another possession with a little less than a minute and a half. Buffin, stutter steps, drives, got it in 1, count the bucket. Through the contact, through the foul. Buffin will head to the charity stripe to get 3 the hard way, as that's by his second foul. Second on the team. Buffin's free throw, backhand it off. Rebound brought down and swatted away. Rice thought she was going to get it over Espinosa. Espinosa saying, no, need a toe tag for that. Minute 18 remaining in the third quarter. I'd like to give a quick thank you to our camera operator for today, Zach Abercrombie. Always good to have him around. Proud to have him on the Antler Sports Network team. Shot, open three, Hambrick, no good. Rebound, almost hauled in, but Espinosa snatches it away from both Miller and Amori G. About a minute left. Espinosa, relay bounce pass. They get it over to Guerrera. Guerrera bounce pass in the middle of Tompkins. Tompkins has her in the corner. On the drive is Grimes. Grimes gets called. Will draws the block. Blocking foul is going to be called against Jeremiah Rice. That's her second, 14th foul. So now only one more foul to give in this quarter. Again, new NFHS rule that went in effect this season. You get 5 fouls a quarter, no more 1-and-1. You just go to the line and take your 2 and go about your merry way. On the line for the first time today is Nellie Grimes, the combo guard. Mostly plays in the front court. The junior misses her first free throw. As checking in for Tyler High is going to be Anaya Hartsfield. And Mariani Oliveira is getting her first action of the game. All smiles as he checks in. 55.9 remaining in the third. Second free throw from Grimes. Backhand it off. Rebound by Oliveira. And going the other way with it is going to be Hartsfield and the Lady Lions. With it crossing now. Mustard heavy pass over to Hambrick at the top of the key, who will reset. 38 seconds remaining. With it on the drive, going up with it is going to be Hartsfield. Hartsfield draws the block. And that foul is going to be called against Nellie Grimes. That's her first, team third. Hartsfield taking your time. First shot is another net and good. Score now 48-21 in favor of the Lady Lions of Tyler High. Second shot, good. Lions now 1 point away from the half-century mark. 30 seconds left to go. Espinosa drives, picks up her dribble, and now they cross the timeline. Mount Pleasant Chapel Hill going from right to left on your device. With it is Grimes. Grimes picks up her dribble. Espinosa, open three, top of the key, no good. Rebound is going the other way is Hambrick. Hambrick, 15 seconds left. Looks like she'll try to slow things down and maybe get one more possession out of it. With it is Hartsfield. Hartsfield swings it over. Driving is Rice. Rice up and under, tipped out of bounds. Turnover charged. And Coach Reynolds is not happy, but the backside official going to talk things over. And the call will be changed. Tyler High gets the ball back. 6 seconds left. Platoon swap in now for Tyler High. Buffin, Taylor, Miller, and Clay will all check back in, so the initial starting five will get the last 6 seconds and probably start the fourth. Over to Miller. Miller, open three, no good. Can't get it off the glass was Hartsfield. Hartsfield, 1 second left. Espinosa from full court, no good, and we'll head to the fourth. The Tyler High dominance continues. We only got one more quarter of basketball left to play. Still plenty of time to try to bring this thing back, but they got to get a move on. Back in 30 seconds. This is Peltier Kia High School Basketball on the Antler Sports Network and AntlerSN.com.
That's the name of the business on this sheet.
Name of the business?
Yosemite?
Yosemite Roofing.
Yo's me.
Yosemite Roofing?
Yosemite. Yosemite?
Hey guys, it's Josiah with Yosemite Roofing, and we don't care what you call us, as long as you call us.
Head coach Bobby Reynolds with his Tyler High Lady Lions with one more quarter left to play, looking to give the home fans something to be happy about here on a cool November night. It's about 56 degrees outside. It's been around that temperature for most of the day. Fresh 8 minutes is on the clock. Mount Pleasant Chapel Hill will take the basketball back to open up the final quarter of today's game. Ball gets tipped out of bounds. They're going to say last touch was by Cato White, who checked in during the break. And now Tyler High already getting the ball back in and getting a move on. We played about 10 seconds in this fourth quarter. With it now is Rice. Rice drives, follow-away jumper, no good. Almost rebounded by multiple Lady Red Devils, but with it on the breakaway is White. White gets it over to Baeza. Baeza center court crosses over. Dribble handoff now into the waiting arms of White. White gets it in under the basket to Thrapp, and they're not going to give her the shooting foul. They're going to say it was on the floor. Foul is going to be called on Rice. That's Rice's third personal, first team foul of the quarter for Tyler High. Inbound pass for Thrapp is tipped out of bounds by Rice with about 30 seconds played in this fourth quarter. High pass in for Espinosa, and that's an easy target to try to throw it to. High pass is caught by Hawkins. Hawkins trying to get it down low, and they do into the awaiting arms of Thrapp, and Thrapp will head to the line to shoot two. That foul is going to be called on Rice yet again. That's her fourth personal, second team. And Coach Reynolds already has a substitute for her. Looks like it's going to be Clay to check in, as Thrapp's first shot's no good. Fourth quarter is brought to you by Yosemite Roofing. No matter how you pronounce it, Yosemite Roofing is the GOAT of roofing in East Texas. With hundreds of happy customers, both residential and commercial, Yosemite would love to show you why they're the GOAT. Call them today at 903-326-7255. Second shot for Thrapp is good. Be sure to also stay tuned for a short little pregame show as we look at our October plays of the month and elect our Yosemite Roofing Player of the Game. And we'll also check out our Marco's Pizza Slice of Greatness play of the game. Hambrick's first three is no good. Loose ball foul is going to be called against Tyler High. As now it's a platoon swap in for the Lady Lions. And that's going to be the initial starting five of Hartsville, Clay, Buffin, Miller, Michaela Taylor. Baeza stutter steps, now bounce pass over to Hawkins. Hawkins crosses back over to her right, gets it to Baeza as they cross the timeline. Coach Brian Braddock on the far side, barking orders, pull up. Espinosa for three, no good, back iron it off. Rebound almost hauled in by Baeza, can't get to it, but Clay rolls over the basketball. Possession arrow is in favor of Mount Pleasant Chapel Hill. Possession arrow was in favor of Tyler High, as now the arrow will be in favor of Mount Pleasant Chapel Hill. 6:40 remaining in the fourth quarter. Espinosa guarding Buffin. Buffin, pull-up jumper from the elbow. Great shot. It's been the Khalees Buffin show pretty much since tip-off as Taylor tips it, falls. Thought she almost had an opportunity to catch it. They get it to Espinosa. Can't handle the pass. Ball hits the end line out of bounds. Possession will go back to Tyler High with 6:21 remaining in the fourth. Buffin takes the basketball back. Easily the front runner for our Yosemite Roofing GOAT of the game. Buffin crosses, great crossover, takes the Taylor screen, pass is snatched away by Espinosa. Espinosa picks up her dribble, gets whacked, but no call. Into Hawkins. Hawkins in the corner to Baeza. Baeza drives, and travel is called. Might try to get a possible talk with Coach Bobby Reynolds after the game. Maybe or maybe not. With 5:49 remaining in tonight's contest, it's 51-22, all Lady Lions, as Espinosa is going to draw the foul. As Buffin tried to catch him, but Espinosa slashing across an attempt to make the steal. Now that's going to be Espinosa's second personal and first team foul. Lion fans not happy, but this is a very hostile environment, so nothing out of the ordinary. This is a very tough place to play, even after the recent renovations. Taylor with the screen for Buffin. Buffin crossing. Goes, has Harrell on the cut, got it for two. I don't even think our sponsor, the Circle M Crawfish, can serve up a dish that cold. 5:20 remaining in the fourth quarter. Mount Pleasant Chapel Hill going the other way with it. Going baseline is going to be Hawkins. Hawkins gets swatted down by Taylor. Taylor just walling straight up, no foul. Ball gets tipped, last touch by Hartsfield. Mount Pleasant Chapel Hill will keep possession under their own basket. With 5:10 remaining in the fourth quarter. Baeza looking inbound. They get it to Thrapp. Thrapp on the wing, guarded by Taylor. Looking, Baeza fires for three, no good. Rebound gets brought down by Hartsfield. Hartsfield, hurricane pass to Miller. Miller driving, couldn't handle it. Open three, wide open, got it. Hartsfield from loop 323 nails the three-point bomb. 4 minutes, 45 seconds left to go. Leeway pass into Hawkins. Hawkins with a three of her own, got it. Mount Pleasant Chapel Hill responds with a three-pointer. 56-25 remaining in the fourth. Hartsfield crosses and drives. In the corner to Miller. Can we get three in a row? Can't be so lucky. Rebound brought down by Hawkins. Hawkins keeps it in the middle, has a trailer, but eventually gets the pass off, and it's tipped by Hartsfield, great job not fouling there. Into Thrapp, follow-away jumper, tough bucket, can't get it. Rebound is hauled in by Miller. Miller on the left side along the sideline, now crossing over to the middle with Espinosa guarding. Drives right by her, drive no good, but draws the foul. Second team foul called against Mount Pleasant Chapel Hill. Looking to see who that personal foul is going to be on. And that's going to be against Baeza. That's her third, team third. No, looks like that's Baeza's fifth. Her evening is over. Didn't think she had fouled that many times. But it looks like also going to get a break is going to be Kara Hawkins, who hit that three earlier on. Espinosa will get her first break of the game. That isn't a timeout. And Cato White will also check out. In from Mount Pleasant Chapel Hill is going to be Tompkins, Grimes, Thrapp, Guerrera as the first free throw is missed. And also in, that's Ellie Wooten. We haven't seen her in a good minute. She started this game. Don't know if it's because of an injury or what was going on. Second free throw, no good. An empty trip there for Tyler High as Wooten brings down the rebound. Rough fall she took. Going up the floor is Tompkins. Tompkins gets it to Grimes. Grimes is trying to pull up, but is called for the travel. And Tyler High will take the basketball back. Methodically crossing the timeline is Khalees Buffin with 3 minutes and 45 seconds remaining in the game. Crosses, takes a hard screen from Taylor. Sidestep, three, good. The Lions, another three. In across the timeline to Grimes. Grimes picks up her dribble, swings to the top of the key to Wooten, looking to reset. Wooten tried to get it over to Guerrera, but falls out of bounds. Thankfully, gets it back to her. Guerrera now on the far side. Skip over to Grimes. Grimes can't haul it in. A little too high. Turnover. Possession will go back to Tyler High. Miller and Buffin, this 1-2 punch is going to be dangerous as this season transpires. They seem to already be in peak form. Tyler High, even 57 and 57 since 2004 against red teams. How's that for our Jared Jones wonky stat of the day? Buffin for three, a little bit of a heat check. Can't haul it in. Hartsfield tried to go in for the rebound, but eventually was reluctant, trying not to draw a foul. Great cross there by Tompkins. Tompkins immediately blitz with a double team. They get it to Wooten in the corner to Grimes. Grimes trying to get it into Guerrera, but right behind us, swatted away is Amaya Clay. Possession will stay with Mount Pleasant Chapel Hill under their own basket with 2:43 remaining in the fourth quarter. Going the other way. No, thought Tyler High might have gotten a steal to come up with that possession. Tompkins passing that one. It's turnover, looking for an open spot. It's Buffin, one-on-one, right into the contact. Bumps, gets the layup, can't get it to roll. Taylor trying to get the rebound when it's 2-on-1, but does get a foul. Taylor's first, team second. Looks like a quick substitution before the inbounds pass is made. Cato White will check in exchange for Abigail Thrapp. A sophomore to freshman exchange. Wooten is guarded by Buffin. High lob pass right in the waiting arms of Guerrera. Guerrera up to Grimes for three, no good. Rebound hauled in by Mount Pleasant Chapel Hill. Guerrera has the offensive rebound to clean it up for two more. We've hit the 2-minute mark in the fourth quarter. Maz platoon swap as the bench empties for Tyler High. As Rice seems like the only one that isn't going to get to join in on the party. Minute 47 remaining in the fourth. Buffin gets the ball tipped, gets possession back. Closely guarded by White. White not close enough to cause a 5 count. Wooten here to bring a trap, and it looks like a domino formation here for Tyler High. They swing it back out now over to Buffin with a minute and a half. Mount Pleasant Chapel Hill still blitzing. Grimes now over in the middle to Taylor. Taylor has it to Clay. Now Clay resets back to Buffin. Minute 20 left to go. Blitzing coming up with the steal is going to be White. White one-on-one layup good. It looks like a timeout is going to be called by Tyler High, and we'll take it with him. 30 seconds back after this. It's all Lions on this presentation of high school basketball presented by Pelche Kia Tyler. Let's get another fan if you can. Timeout ended a tad bit early. Both teams already back on the floor with a minute 12 left to go. Tyler High Lions, Lady Lions fans definitely going to go into the weekend happy with a 1:07 remaining in this one. It's been all Lions. 59-29 the score. Hambrick checking into the game along with Samori Hines as the turnover is made. Amori G is out there with Michaela Taylor. And Myreedy Olivares back into the game. Ball is hammered by Hambrick, but can't catch it. Well, instead will opt to swap the ball out of bounds. Possession will stay with Mount Pleasant Chapel Hill. Tompkins, White, Wooten, Grimes, and Guerrera in for the Lady Red Devils. As Guerrera drives baseline, has Olivares on her. Looking at a double dribble is going to be called against Cato White. Thought White was going to pull up for that initial three. Had a little bit of space, but electing not to let it fly. As Hambrick takes the inbounds pass. Bounce pass cross floor to Hines. Hines dribble drive to the right. Runner, no good. Rebound gets brought down by Taylor. Taylor has the offensive glass. Excuse me, that is Rashia Miller on the offensive rebound, cleaning up for two. 61-29. On the drive is Wooten. Wooten drives baseline, has open space, gets fouled. And multiple players falling. Looking to see who that foul could have been on. I see possibly three perpetrators. They're going to call that on Amori G. G, that's the second foul on the junior. 13 foul. First shot is no good from Wooten. No substitutions for either team with 8.1 remaining in this one. It's fair to say Tyler High is going to go away with a victory here at home as the fans slowly start to leak out in the Lions' den. Second shot's good. And that will do it as the ball game is now over. Tyler High completes the 31-point victory here at home. Your final score, the Lady Lions 61, Mount Pleasant Chapel Hill 30. We'll begin the East Texas Benefits postgame show after this. This is Pelche Kia High School Basketball on the Antler Sports Network and AntlerSN.com.
Drawing up the perfect insurance plan can seem like a daunting task in this financial climate. Tackle the task with Mike Munn State Farm Insurance. We have a triple threat of home, auto, and life insurance policies to fit any budget. You can even cover your furry friends with pet insurance. Call 903-561-4535 or visit MikeMunn.net to get started on a free quote. 903-561-4535 to get started on a free quote.
Hello, I'm Mike Munn with Mike Munn State Farm, where I've been your local agent since 1980.
At Tinsley Title, we're more than just a title company. We're your partners in securing your real estate dreams. Right in the heart of downtown Athens, our dedicated team guides you through every step of the title process. When you've found your dream home and you're ready to take the next step, that's where we come in. We've helped countless in Henderson County and surrounding areas, and we treat every single one of them like family. Whether you're a seasoned investor or a first-time buyer, your trust is our commitment. We're Tinsley Title, your partner every step of the way.
Game here in the Lions Den as Tyler High comes up with the commanding win. Let's go ahead and enshrine our first Yosemite Roofing GOAT of the game of the 2023-24 Texas high school basketball season. That honor will, of course, go to the Lions Buffin. Khalees Buffin. Here's the final stat line. Try to keep your jaws off the floor for this one. 31 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists, 5 steals, and only 2 turnovers. What a stat line indeed for our first Yosemite Roofing GOAT of the game, Miss Khalees Buffin. Be sure to go to all social media pages to see the Marco's Pizza Slice of Greatness play of the game. We'll also post the Yosemite Roofing GOAT of the game. And be sure to tune in tomorrow for our special presentation of college football as Louisiana Christian heads up the highway to take on the 15th ranked Texas Wesleyan Rams and a Sooner Athletic Conference Championship matchup with NAIA home playoff advantage on the line. But that will do it. Tyler High coming up with a big-time win here at home. Your final score from the Lions Den, Tyler High 61, Mount Pleasant Chapel Hill 30. For the entire Antler Sports Network crew, Matthew Hermans, Nathan Kinney, Danny Wimpy, Hunter Taylor. For our executive producers, Jim Jordan, Justin Jackson, and our camera operator and makeshift statistician for this game, Zach Abercrombie. This is Jared Jones saying so long, and until tomorrow, have a fantastic rest of your Friday night. Once more, Our final score from the Lions Den, Tyler High 61, Mount Pleasant Chapel Hill 30.